Greetings, welcome in and welcome back, Divine Infinite Light Beings, Feminine Energy and Masculine Energy. We are listening to 639 Rose Quartz for Heart Chakra, Ashe, and Spirit gave me the message that there is a divine counterpart out there, whether they're a feminine energy or a masculine energy, that is realizing, first of all, did I say welcome in? Welcome back. I'm sending out love and healing energy to you all in this present moment, whatever present moment of the day it is. For you, divine infinite light beings, let it be an uplifting moment, Ashe. Let it be a peaceful moment, a relaxing moment, Ashe. A moment of clarity, Ashe. Like right now in this message, Ashe, Spirit is giving me this message because um, there are some divine counterparts, whether they're feminine energy or masculine energy, that have come to the realization and is in deep regret right now because they disappointed you somehow, some way, and in some day, Ashe, they come to the conclusion that now they realize you have something in common, is what Spirit is saying, is what they have placed on my mind, that, and it's very heavy on their hearts, that now that y'all have been in this separation, they have been longing because they realize that you have something in common. Like before they misjudged you, before they come to the fact that they should have never judged you. They should have just sat back and let the flow go as it was going ever so easily and softly with you, Ashe. Whether you're a feminine energy or masculine energy, if you're a masculine energy, you just know how to be in that duality energy, knowing when to be masculine and knowing when to show a feminine side, Ashe. Such as, my ear is ringing. Thank you, Spirit. Such as the feminine energy. Ashe, this masculine made you feel like you could be in your feminine side at times. Like you didn't have to go there with being feeling like you had to be dominant, because it wasn't that type of relationship. Ashe, but still, even though it was not that type of relationship, even if it was a relationship, it could have just been a friendship, Ashe. It could have just been a sexual thing, Ashe. It could have just been, you know, every now and then hookup, Ashe. Or this could have been your ex-wife or your ex-husband, your ex-baby mom, your ex-child's mother, or your ex-child's father. Ashe, I hate that confirmation, that energy, baby mama, baby daddy bullshit. I hate that shit. I don't know who came up with that nonsense. Very, very nonsense. It just sounds so neglectful. It sounds like when you throw that name on somebody, it's only supposed to be for a neglectful person, Ashe. And maybe that's why they came up with it. I don't know. I'm just rambling right now in this present moment. So let me clear the air. Let me earth, air, fire, water, ether, drive away all harm, fear, and negative energy. Only allow pure, positive, protective energy in my scarred and sacred space as I be the vessel for the divine collective. Feminine energy and masculine energy, feminine energy, same union energy. Ashe. I release all the negative energy and I send it back to the motherfucking sender to which it came from. It is not allowed to dwell here in my presence, in my proximity. Ashe, Archangel Uriel to the north of me, Archangel Raphael to the east of me, Archangel Michael to the south of me, Archangel Gabriel to the west of me, Archangel Sandoval beneath me, send up the crystal grid lineage to my heart, and Archangel Metatron above me, sending down the creator light conscious to my heart and to my mind, so that I may function in my true high vibrational radiant, authentic, and vibrant self. I beseech thee, I invoke thee, and I command thee. It is so, so it is, and so shall it be. Ashe. We are divinely guided, securely protected, infinitely provided for, and highly loved by spirit. Ashe. Pure hands, pure heart, pure thoughts, and pure intentions to come over me in this present moment as I be the vessel for the channeled messages. Ashe. So, divine collective, these energies are starting to realize that you have something in common, right? At first, they were in such a resistant energy and such a mood to where they couldn't didn't want to didn't want to accept how much you had in common, Ashe. And if this is your twin, Ashe, Divine Collective, this person could too be the same sign as you. That is the exact person as you. That is your twin, Ashe, the same sign as you. So you know if your divine counterpart is the same sign as you, you know that is your twin, Ashe, fighting against the odds of not accepting what true love is, Ashe. And but now since you're apart, Ashe, I'm starting to get hot. Now since you're apart, they are realizing in all fullness that you do have something in common, and what your in common your common denominator is the pain that you have been through. Confirmation, Ashe. The pain that you have been through is similar. It's the same. It's the exact every bit of it, just at a different timeline in your life, Ashe. And when you approach this person on their timeline is when they I'm starting to not be able to breathe. Is the time where you caught them in their pain and their karma, Ashe. And this is why the resistance, this is why the barrier, this is why the boundaries were set in full force, because of the pain that they had endured, still endured, and still was holding on, is holding on to. Always past, present, and future, Ashe. But spirit requires for us to flourish in the present moment, Ashe. This is where we get our clarity. This is where we get our peace, our happiness, our joy, our abundance. You know, it's just always in the present moment. If we continue to dwell on the past and continue to worry about the future, we cannot thrive in the present moment, Ashe. So keep mind of that. Be mindful of that, Ashe, and always be the master of your mind, the master of your manifestations, the master of what you want for your reality, Ashe. I'm starting not to be able to breathe. So, oh God, that's what happens when you truly channeling. Excuse me, y'all. That sounds so ghetto, but it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, and it's riding out how the fuck it's riding out. And there it is there. When I channel, I can't breathe. Oh God. Excuse me. So this person, since y'all have been in this separation, they're coming to realize that there's no one that can measure up to you. There's no one that can bring peace to them such as you. There's just no one like you, is what they are finally coming to realize, because they've come to realize that you're their twin, because they finally realized that you're like them, and they thought that they would never see the day that they would find somebody like them. Like, you understand them, y'all mesh together, y'all got the same type of mind, Y'all got the same type of quirkiness. Y'all got the same type of moodiness. You know, it's like them looking at you and you looking at them and seeing each other in each other, right? Y'all got that. Um, so this is why, too, now, now that you have been apart, they can't look at anyone and see them. They can't look at anyone and be satisfied with the presence of who you are as them. You understand what I'm saying? It's like they're missing a part of them now that they truly found a part of them, and that is you. Now they know they're missing you, which is a part of them. You know how that goes back to the fucking rib metaphor, the rib metaphor. They know that you are that rib that belongs with them. And if they're a divine feminine, they know that they belong to your rib. Like, you complete each other because you are the same of each other. Ashe. And this person is realizing that y'all were supposed to come together and bond through, I wouldn't call it trauma bond. I would call it, spirit would call it healing bond. Ashe. You know how people get together and they feel like, oh, we mesh because we've been through the same toxic ass shit, right? And people do that every day, all day. They trauma bond together. But when y'all came together, it was like, it wasn't a trauma bond, even though y'all been through the same shit and y'all connected because of the same hurts, because of the same pains, because of the same, worries, and, but you already healed from that shit. And you could see that that's what your divine counterpart is holding on to. Everything that you had already let go of, right? And this is another two reason why it was making them afraid, because you were on a very higher caliber than they were, and they had never been introduced to anyone on such a high altitude of positivity, of healing, of knowledge, of wisdom, of spirituality, or religion, or whatever you subscribe to, Ashe, or just of um, a solid foundation, Ashe, a peace of mind, a sense of joy, a smile on your face, Ashe. These are different things that, were authentic to this person, is authentic to this person, because this is the type of energy that this person carried to other people outside of you, Ashe. And then when they ran into you, Ashe, they thought that you were kind of mirroring their energy, Ashe, or they thought that it was a fake kind of energy because they never ran into anyone at like them, Ashe, their twin, Ashe. So this is why Spirit is saying that you were supposed to come together and not trauma bond, but heal bond. The things that y'all have been through, but you on a higher caliber, you were supposed to show this person how to heal. And that's what you were doing. You were fulfilling your purpose. You were fulfilling your assignment. And this is what made this person pull back and be scared as well, because they had never had anybody just pour so profusely into them, without asking, without demanding, without um, desiring. You just gave and gave and gave that healing energy, and whatever you poured into was a healing energy. However you healed this person, Ashe, however you covered, you said my hand, however you covered this person, caused this person to run away in fear, is what Spirit is saying. It is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. And it's right now how it's fucking right now. You scared this person to death when this person was able to go towards you and feel a healing energy, feel a nurturing energy, feel an energy of calmness, Ashe. Even mental heart, material harvest. So you help this person financially as well. Ashe, if you didn't help this person financially, you gave this person a lot of harmony. That's for sure. You brought a lot of um, ease to this person's mind, to this person's heart, to this person's, well-being. Ashe, I see green. I see a lot of green. You brought a lot of healing. And usually the heart chakra shows of a green color, but we're listening to the rose quartz, and that is of a pink color. So you kind of like um was able to let this feminine energy or this masculine energy tap into um like a feminine side of them. Ashe, you see how this man, he's a masculine man, but he's more like he's being vulnerable in this in and see, this person was resisting the energy of being vulnerable. Ashe. And even right now, in this energy, so it was some divine masculines out there, like okay, here I'm seeing the masculine in the energy is being vulnerable, and this feminine energy is being resistant, even though the harmony is there. So take the messages as they resonate for you. If you are feminine energy, you could have been in a resistant energy as well. And your masculine could have been very vulnerable. Or you were the feminine energy and you were very vulnerable, and your masculine was in a resistant energy. But even though they were in this resistant energy, they couldn't resist the feeling of feeling the harmony when it came to connecting with you. You see how they are connected when it came to that physical touch and just the presence of you. You see the presence, just being in the presence, and it's not even an intimate, it's not even a intercourse physical touch. It's an intimate. This is an intimate. People get it fucked up. Intimacy can be just the slightest touch, and you gave them that intimacy with that slightest touch. Ashe, you could like to wear a lot of jewelry, um, um, protective tools such as she is wearing. Ashe, these are protective tools. Ashe, even around her head. Ashe, that is a protective, symbol. Ashe. So, and this person knows that together y'all can have some material harvest. Ashe, this person is even trying to use their intuition because right now they want to move on from something else. Ashe, they want to move on from something else, and they recognize the balance with you, and they recognize the rewards that can come if this relationship was to come into a harmony. Ashe, and here is the second half of the twin flame energy. Ashe. There is a spiritual union, a balance. So this person, now that y'all are in separation, they want to be in union because remember, Spirit said they realize you have something in common. They see, so Spirit said they've been watching you, they've been studying you, they've been really paying attention to you. Now, confirmation with my nose itching. Now that you are in separation, they have been, see, when you were together, they were looking, but they weren't paying attention, is what Spirit is saying. They were accepting, but they weren't giving. Ashe. They were receiving, but they weren't giving. They were they were they were holding back because, like Spirit said, they thought what you were giving them was a performance, was a show, was something that wasn't real. Ashe. Even the trauma bonding, right? Because the way you live your life, they couldn't see that you have been through this and you have been through that. Because how you carry yourself, the way you look, you don't even look your age. Ashe. You're a handsome um um divine masculine that looks younger than your age. You're a beautiful, gorgeous divine feminine that does not look your age. Ashe, you look young. Ashe, and so everything that you um um per, you confessed to going through, Ashe, it was like, nah, they couldn't have been through that. They couldn't have did that. They living this way. They living that way. They, this Nine of Pentacles, this King of Pentacles, this Queen of Pentacles by themselves, Ashe. They ain't been through all the pain and bullshit that they claim that they've been through, Ashe. But as they sat back and they stood back and watched you from afar, Ashe, they started to realize, oh, this makes sense. That makes sense. This is why this has happened. This is why that has happened. Oh, they were really expressing what they truly went through. They weren't making up stories. They weren't exaggerating. They weren't trying to just trauma bond. Ashe, because a lot of people, when you meet people and you see that people have gone through something, and you can get somebody that really haven't went through something but still want a friend, so they're hooked to that person and claim they've been through. Take for instance my son. He trauma bonds with lower vibrational people because he his mind needs a friend, Ashe, and his mind don't tell him that the friends that he trauma bond with, he shouldn't trauma bond when he's never had trauma to bond with them. Ashe, and that's what Spirit is saying. Some people will play like some people will mirror other people's trauma and take it on when they've never been through that and don't have to take it on. And so this person felt like you was trying to trauma bond them, and confirmation somebody's talking about you that could be my son, Ashe. In a bad way. Ashe, in a real bad way, Ashe. But this person thought, yep, look, can't breathe. Excuse me, y'all. My apologies. This person, this person thought that your other half, your twin flame, thought that you were giving them some kind of false sense of harmony. Ashe, I don't know. This is difficult. But this person is trapped in fear right now. And this is another reason why, it was difficult for them to accept this union. Something from the past, could be children, could be children's parents, could be family. What is that? Emulators, family, friends, strangers, neighbors, co-workers, and lovers. It could have been any one of these different energies that was keeping this person, trapped in fear when it comes to being in this union and bringing balance back to this harmony. Ashe? And here it is here, the heart chakra. Ashe? The heart chakra. And we even have the third eye chakra. So the universe is talking to this person. Ashe? The universe is talking to this person through their intuition, through their heart, Ashe, trying to bring this person out of this energy of being trapped in fear when it comes to this union and bringing balance into the union, Ashe, because this is destiny. This is y'all destiny. This is y'all destiny. Ooh, it's getting hot, y'all. This is y'all destiny. And it's their destiny for their heart chakra to be healed, even though they don't feel like that they deserve healing, even though they don't feel like they never will receive healing. They knew that with you they were starting to feel this healing right here within their heart chakra. You see how it's green? You see how the green, what Spirit said, the heart chakra is color usually green. You see, you were starting to heal something within this union, within this feminine energy or within this masculine energy, Ashe. And I just put the lovebird back on the thing because it was knocked over again because y'all are not in union. It seems to me when y'all are in union, it stays together. But when y'all are not in union, the shit is always knocked over. Ashe. And this person knows that they want to move on. Here we have the intuition again. Ashe. Material harvest, Ashe. So this is how they seen you within the Nine of Pentacles. You strong, you balanced, you stable, and this is not the energy that they stand in. And they wondering like, how the fuck can she be so strong and stable? How the fuck can he be so strong and stable if they've been through what I've been through and I'm not strong and stable? Ashe. What else, Spirit? Crossing. Yeah, financial material challenges is what this person is having, and this is what's also keeping them trapped in fear because they don't want to have these material challenges. And this, ooh, confirmation. This is another reason that keeps them from moving forward in this relationship, Ashe, because people feel like they can't be fully invested when they're not financially stable. And that's just a mental delay. That is a mental delay when you feel like you cannot fully invest into love because you are not financially stable. That is a mental delay. That is a mental lack. That is the cowardly dog, Ashe. It is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. And it's right now. How the fuck is right now? Ashe. Yeah. This person knows. And Spirit is giving them the nudge that they should have been took this new beginning with you. Ashe. Because this is your destiny. This is y'all destiny. Ashe. And it's their destiny to end whatever they are dealing with that's keeping them trapped in this disappointing energy with this Eight of Pentacles, Ashe. Feeling very disappointed, trapped, Ashe. Spirit is saying they know it's their destiny to end that shit, Ashe, and start this new beginning. They need to follow their intuition is what they have to do to bring. And we have third eye and intuition on top of each other. That is, come on, that's triple confirmation. We have move on again, Ashe. So the only way that their final, yeah, it's got to become final. Their move has got to become final. But the only way that it's going to become final is if they move on. The only way that they're going to prosper in their financial stability, their material stability that they want changed, is if they move from what's keeping them trapped. And this is what the universe has been telling them. The only way to get balance is as if you step out on your fear. Ashe, their fear is holding them entrapped from moving forward, feeling like they're not going to be competent within their financial situation, when Spirit is saying if you take that move, if you take that leap, Ashe, that is what's going to bring you into a balance of the financial stability, this new beginning. Ashe, y'all see it? Y'all see how it came out? Yeah. Prosperous new beginnings. Ashe, and they know deep down within their heart, they feel that with you. Deep down within their intuition, their third eye is telling them this relationship is for them. This is why they know you have something in common now. Now they're realizing that y'all have something in common. And what is in common is everything that you are, they are. Everything that they are, you are. Because you're twins, Ashe. You were meant to be as one in this union, on one accord. Ashe, equally yoked. Ashe, this is the destiny. What else, Spirit? Thank you, Spirit. And now that they know that you have something in common, it's like, it's too late. They found out you had something in common too late. Sacral chakra. So they're trying to heal their sacral chakra. They're trying to get into their north node to be able to step out on this destiny, on this purpose, on this new beginning. Conflict and despair, but this person is in conflict and despair at this point, in this point in their life. They're going through a lot of conflict wherever they are, trying to get away from all these different ass energies, Ashe, and even sabotaging themselves, because this is a person, this is this person's mind, Ashe, and then this person is not seeing themselves for who they can truly be. Ashe, that's what I'm getting out of these images where they're not fully there. It's like an aspect of them, but they're not fully there. So they're not fully seeing themselves of how truly healed they can be, how truly in a loving relationship they can be. Ashe, this new beginning that they could have. Ashe. We have the number 24. We have the number 10. Ashe, you could have a 24-year-old child. Ashe, you could be born the 6th of the month, the 6th day of the month, the 6th month of the year, the 6th day of the year. Ashe, but this person knows they want a new beginning with this Fool card. Ashe, we have the number 11, that's twin flame. We have 21, we have number 8, Ashe. You could be born on the 11th day of the month, the 11th day of the year, the 21st day of the month, the 8th of the month, or the 8th month of the year, the 5th month of the year, or the 5th day of the year. Ashe, we got the 6th month of the year, or the 6th day of the month. Ashe, the 2nd month of the year, or the 2nd day of the month. The 1st month of the year, or the 1st day of the month. And we got 666 here. Ashe. We got the 9th day of the month, or the 9th month of the year. And we got 55. So somebody could be 55. Ashe. Where is this? Okay, let's go there. What else, Spirit, do you have for the collective? And this person realizing that y'all finally have something in common, like the way they like to live, you like to live. Ashe, peaceful. You know, if y'all like to, both of y'all like to party, if you like to party, they like to party. Ashe, if you like to live peaceful, you like to live peaceful. Ashe, y'all both like nature, y'all both like water, y'all both like the same kind of movies. You know, you have a lot fucking shit in common. But the main thing in common is the trauma that you have really been through, that Spirit is bringing you together to heal each other, because there's something in this divine feminine energy that heals you, divine masculine. It's not when they may have not been giving as they should have, because they've been holding back. These divine feminines have been holding back, scared to give, scared to pour in, scared to um, um, go with the flow. But this person has been, when they come around, when you're connected, when y'all go out, when y'all do whatever y'all do, there's a healing energy that you receive from this person, such as the healing energy that these people receive from the divine masculines. Or if you are feminine, you receive that from the divine masculine, and you give it to the divine masculine. Ashe, you both feel that higher altitude of healing when y'all are in the same premises, the same, when y'all are in the presence of each other. Ashe. But the temptation and the deception and the envy is causing whoever this feminine energy or this masculine energy to be held back. And that is landing right into this devil energy, and this trapped in fear with the deception and the envy. That's a lot to hold a person back. And then the financial, that's a lot of lower vibrational energy that can keep a person stuck. Ashe, but thank goodness that the universe is tapping in with this energy. Their divine supernatural love war team, their ancestors, the creator of all there is not letting this energy go, because this energy, this union, is a divine union. Ashe. So therefore the universe is holding on to this distorted masculine, or this distorted feminine, Ashe, that needs to be held on, Ashe, because Spirit sees that the same thing Spirit sees in you is the same thing Spirit sees in this masculine, Ashe. But this masculine is caught up in this karma, Ashe. But the universe wants this masculine to be balanced, because that's the first card, Ashe. And then the universe comes out, and then the universe is holding on to whoever this feminine, masculine, same union energy is, Ashe. But this energy is so in despair behind financial, behind deception and envy, Ashe. It's a lot of people that envy your divine counterpart, such as the same energy as a lot of people envy you, Ashe. It's a lot of deception. It's a lot of envy. It's a lot of gossiping. People wearing masks. And this is another reason why your divine counterpart thought that you were wearing a mask, because this is what they deal with this Seven of Cups, these illusions all the time, is, people wearing masks, Ashe. People giving them false pretenses and false shit, right? Ouch. And this card is coming out crossing, disconnected and bored. They're disconnected and bored without you, Ashe. We got 555. We got you could be born on the 7th month of the year, the 7th day of the year, Ashe. You could be. Did I do? Yeah, we did too. You could be born on the 15th of the year. You could have a 15-year-old child. You could have a 7-year-old child, 5-year-old child, 6-year-old child, 8-year-old child, Ashe. But this energy is not stable without you. This is the 4 in crossing, Ashe. If you hear my grand snoring in the background, that's confirmation. This person is disconnected and bored without you, Ashe. And conflict and defeat, it seems like the conflict and the defeat is heavier because they don't have their twin flame to help heal, to help listen to. You know, you were a listener, you were a healer, you were a lover, you were just that companion that this person was searching for, praying for, manifesting, and then got scared of. Ashe. And now without you, they're bored and discontent. Ashe. Don't even really have no one to talk to. Ashe. But they stay in their mind about you. This is the crown chakra. They stay in their mind about you. Ashe. Of how they fucked off the connection. Ashe, how they didn't pour into the connection, how they didn't, that's why we got the regret card in the beginning, how they did not take you for true. Here it is here. Material and spiritual prosperity, shadow, Ashe. So they have to fight their shadow side to get to this material prosperity and this material, spiritual prosperity that's landing with you, Ashe. They know that you are their destiny. They know that you have been healing their heart. You have been pouring into them. You have been showing them new possibilities that could arrive in this lifetime for you and them, Ashe. And you showed them that with this card landing here, Ashe. You showed them that y'all could be balanced, Ashe, and peaceful and prosperous and you know living and now they're feeling emotionally lost without you, Ashe. Emotionally lost without you. There's no harmony. There's no harmony. And they know why. Their intuition is telling them why. Because they're trapped in this fear of moving on, Ashe. But they're trying to have some patience. Somebody, they want to birth this new beginning with you, Ashe. They want to plant these seeds, Ashe. They want to even plant a baby if y'all don't already have children together, Ashe. We keep getting this fertile card. Somebody is with child. Somebody's going to be with child. Somebody is manifesting a child, Ashe. But Spirit is saying that this relationship is very fertile. It can birth tremendous spiritual prosperity within this relationship if this person fights their shadow side. You could be born the 3rd month of the year, 3rd day of the year, Ashe. Somebody can have an 18-year-old, a 15-year-old, or born on the 18th day of the month, Ashe, or the 14th day of the month, Ashe. What else, Spirit? Let's get one more from this deck. One more from this deck. Patience is needed. So Spirit is saying if you are the divine counterpart, if you are the light being listening to this message, your patience is required for this person, because this is a destiny relationship. This is an ordained relationship. This is a relationship that has been anointed with all this positivity landing right here. It's just the fact that this person has to get out of these consequences that they have already been placed in, Ashe. And the consequences is from, you know, things that they have endured in their life, or even just consequences of lack mentality, keeping their mind stuck, Ashe, feeling like, excuse me, y'all, feeling like they don't have no other consequences. There's no, feeling like this is their consequence of their reality. And Spirit is saying, no, it's not. Spirit is saying they have what it takes to get themselves from being trapped out of this, because this is actually a mental trap, right? Mentally, they're mentally trapped. They're mentally keeping themselves from moving on. Ashe, it's not a physical thing. If they wanted to get up, move physically, they could. So They're holding on to the memories of you, Ashe. And they miss your light, Ashe. They want to go through this transformation. I don't know if they're going through this transformation, but we have transformation here. This could be something that they're going through now. Yeah, knowing that this transformation could have caused this regret, Ashe, and this disappointment, Ashe, even this grief, Ashe, of feeling lost without you, Ashe. Um, yeah. What else, Spirit? That's a lot. Yeah. So the personal goals. Yeah, here we have the Queen of Swords. They want to come up out of this. Um, they want to recover this loss with you, Ashe. And yeah, financial independence. They want to get. They're working hard on their self-care, right? To get back into this energy of being in the upright, right? They want to get out of this conflict and this jealousy, Ashe. This could be somebody that they're dealing with, Ashe, that's keeping them from being financial independent, Ashe. Um, and they had to, now that you're not dealing with them, they have to deal with this person in all fullness, is what Spirit is saying. What? Okay. Here we gonna put them. So you got somebody that wants to, okay, they're feeling like you are being, they don't want to be judged by you. They want you to come out of this coldness of holding. They feel like you're being cold by holding these boundaries, right? They want to communicate. They know you got a clear mind. Your perception is on point, right? They know they fucked up. They want some forgiveness, Ashe. They want a positive change with you, Ashe. Um, they're going through some inner alignment with this Two of Wands in reverse, but they want this financial independence, right? You could be working from home, they could be working from home, right? But or they could be around someone who is working from home, Ashe. But whoever this person is that they're around is very self-centered, very jealous, and also keeping them in fear. Something is keeping them in fear. They're superstitious about this person. Something this person could do to them, um, mess up something for them. This person is deceitful, Ashe, and it's a lot of strife. It's a lot of strife. It's a lot of strife. Yeah, and they're very restless. They're very restless, but they know they want to release these limited beliefs. And this is right on top of you. They want to release the limited beliefs because they want to get back to you. They know that they can't come. They can't be productive with this union if they're in low vibrational energy. Ashe, this inner turmoil. They got a lot of inner turmoil because they want this fucking union. They want this fucking happiness. You are their happiness. They want this shit. They're lost without you. The sun, that's how they see you. Pleasure, positivity, happiness, joy. Remember, you showed them ways of different aspects of how they can renew their reality, rebirth. Ashe. And then we say consequences. Here it is here. Discard for consequences. They feel like they're stuck in this. They feel like this is their consequence. Ashe. They spying on you. They spying on you. Yeah. Because they have a lack of faith. They have a lack of faith that this shit will even come back together. So they're spying on you, right? Didn't Spirit say they was watching you? Didn't Spirit say this is why they realized that there's something in common? Because they set back. They, you know how when you're on the inside you can't really see what the fuck is going on, but when you set back and you really start to pay attention to somebody, because first of all they was misjudging you when they shouldn't have never been judging you. They felt like you weren't good enough. They felt like you were, you know, just good enough to bear their child, or be their housemaid, or be this business partner because you had this perfect type of intellect, or whatever the situation was that they felt like um, they were using you for, because they felt like they were getting some. Spirit said they felt like they were getting some use out of you. That's why they did not realize what they had when they were in the presence of you, because they were using you, Ashe, because they were used to being used. So they found somebody that they could use because somebody was always using them. Remember, you were twins, Ashe, so you've been through the same shit. You've been through that shit where people use you too, Ashe. And but you've overcome. You've healed from that. Remember, you're the higher um um twin, Ashe. And now this person wants to surrender, Ashe. This person wants to surrender. This is why they're going through this shadow. This shadow. Oh, I'm getting hot, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here. They got a new perception, because now they want to talk. Look, Spirit is, oh my God, here it is here. They recognize. They got a new perception. They had to come up out of the relationship to see what the relationship was really all about. And when they did that, when they stepped back and seen that you still being you still living your life, you still taking care of you still being you, Ashe. Nothing changed when they walked away, Ashe. Just the communication, just the distance, just the love that you were giving, all that depleted. Ashe, it dissipated because they walked away. And then when they walked away is when they realized the mental clarity, the breakthrough of how successful this new beginning could be with you, Ashe. You could be dating a doctor, or you could be, with that surgery. Surgery keeps coming up. Somebody is contemplating on going back and forth with a surgery, Ashe, because surgery keeps coming up. It keeps being, but they see victory with you now, Ashe. And you could be in, that's how they're watching you, through social media, because you can have some public recognition. They could have public recognition. But this relationship is supposed to have public recognition, because this is an ordained relationship. This is a relationship that's supposed to bring harmony to some harmony to the world through this relationship, Ashe. When unions come together, it's actually healing the world in a silent type of heal. Like, you got people bringing chaos to the world, and you got people, when they come together in a true union, healing the world, Ashe. We got the Six of Wands. They recognize that you are the sunshine in their life. The you're the piece to the puzzle. You're the whole puzzle, and they're just the piece, is what they're realizing. They were a piece in your puzzle that y'all made together, that, I don't know. Yeah, but now they trying to have some courage, because they're, look, we got, they procrastinating, but we got this Two of Cups. Look, they gonna come out of, they lonely. They want to come out of this loneliness. They want to come towards you, make this offer. They want to get over these obstacles, right? Of procrastinating with you. They want to take some kind of courage when it comes to letting these boundaries down and being so defensive. They want this relationship. They want this relationship. They want this Ten of Pentacles. Here it is here. Ashe, they want to release these fears. Ashe, they want to have some self-discipline. Ashe, and they're very passionate about you. Ashe. They know that they stressed. They stressed because they're doing it all. They're burnt out, depressed. We're trying to weigh these options on what to do. We have 555 on the clock. We missed it, but it was here. So Spirit, let's see, give us some messages on what do they plan on doing when it comes to the divine collective, feminine energy, masculine energy, same union energy. And I like the fact that a lot of the card readers are starting to say same union energy. I don't mind that because it sounds much more classy than same sex. You know, same union. Don't have to, you know, it sounds, same sex sounds so low vibrational to me. Ashe, they want to be fair. They want to be fair to you. Ashe, they know they want to be fair to you, and they want to bring you some kind of happiness because you brought them happiness. You made them happy. They want to make you happy in return. They want to be fair. We just ask, what do they want for you? What do they want to do for you? They want to be fair to you because they know they have not been fair with that unequal give and take, with making the yoke spoiled. Ashe, they have not been fair. So they want to see you happy. They want to see you happy. They want to see you shine. They want to see you shine. Ashe. We got number 26. You could be born on the 26th day of the month, or you could be 38 years old. Yeah, they know that this is fate. They know that it's fate, but they struggling with that. They struggling with it. It's back and forth. It came out crossing. They know that this is fated. 17th, you could be born on the 17th. You could have a 17-year-old child. Ashe, time to go. They know wherever they are, it's time to go. They had enough. They had enough. And they know you had enough. Ashe, they feel like they don't want you to go. They feel like you saying that, you know, it's time to go. It's time to go from this relationship. You've had enough. We got the number 45. Could be significant. 30. Yeah, the time. They know time is running out. Tick tock, tick tock. They know they wasted a lot of your time. Ashe. This is why they want to be fair. Ashe, but they still, the fate is fate. They trying to realize, they trying to get, you know, but they feel like they have limited success. And they're impatient with that. Ashe. A chance in the wind. So they want you to give them a chance. They want you to give them a chance. Ashe. Remember something about the last message a couple of days ago? The wind blew, but they missed it. You were saying something in the wind, but it passed them up. Higher power is speaking to them. Higher power is not going to let them go. They're going to have to come out of this chaos and this conflict in order to get back to you. Oh, we got the Masons, number 33 right here. Somebody's in the Masons. Ashe, somebody dealing with masonry. Ashe, fork in the road. That could be what's keeping them stuck. This masonry, masonic bullshit. Ashe, higher power, but the higher power is going to get their ass out of that shit. Ashe, they gon' take back their autonomy is what they gonna do. They gonna step into their autonomy, Ashe, and bring themselves to a balance. What else, Spirit? For you, for them, for you, for this union, because it's fated for them to do so. It's fated for them to do so. If these messages don't resonate, just leave them for whoever they resonate with for. This is a beautiful message, Ashe. If it do resonate with you, I'm sending you blessing and healing energy for this message, Ashe, for this union, Ashe. What else, Spirit? Do anything else want to come out of here? What else? Anything else, Spirit? They close to the edge. They close to the edge when it comes to making it getting away from this shit that they in. This lower toxicity, karmic vicinity that they're in. Confirmation. They close to the edge with jumping off, running from this shit, whatever it is. Whatever it is. Truth be told, that is the truth that is being told. Somebody could be 36, somebody could be born on the 14th of the month. One more, Spirit, one more, Spirit. They're imagining what it would be like with peace and to live with a loyal heart such as yours. Wow. They're imagining what it would be like to just be fully engulfed with just you and them. And they know they have the building blocks and clean up. They know they got to clean up their life and knock down these building blocks, because this is what they want. They want this peace. They want the loyal heart, and the loyal heart is with you. Ashe, they know you showed them nothing but loyalty, even though they tried to judge you, even though they let their friends and family get in the way, even though they let ex-lovers get in the way. They longing for your ass. Someone is secretly yearning for you. They didn't Spirit say that earlier, that they were longing for you? And they know they're longing for you. Ashe, they know they're longing for you. Protected, you are safe and divinely guided. Yeah, we as divine infinite light beings, we are safe and divinely guided. But Spirit is saying this connection is safe and protected and divinely guided is what it is. And this person has to understand that, understand, and understand it is what it is, gonna be what it's gonna be, and it's riding out how the fuck it's riding out. And Spirit is saying that this is a healing connection. Ashe, chemistry. Spirit made sure that y'all had chemistry. You know, if you don't have no chemistry, you're not going to connect. Ashe, you're just not going to connect if there's no chemistry. So Spirit made sure that there was chemistry so y'all could be able to come together and heal what needs to be healed within each other. Ashe, Spirit wants y'all to trust in the time apart. Some distance will help bring clarity. And see, that's what happened. The distance that y'all had has brought this divine counterpart clarity. We've seen that. Ashe, they don't want it to be strictly sexual anymore, is what Spirit is saying. Confirmation with my nose. Before it was strictly sexual. Now They don't want it to be strictly sexual. They know what they have. They want to go slow. They want to go slow, and they want you to bring down these boundaries. They've learned their lesson. Ashe, here and now, your love is already a part of your life, and they know this. They know that addictions was keeping y'all from being in this union, and then playing a little too hard, working a little too hard. Now they're in regret because of it. Twin flame, here it is here. They miss your friendship because you have unplugged. Y'all are on different pages right now, and they want this new love back. They want this forgiveness. Ashe. Spirit is warning you that they want a second chance, and here it is, children. If you don't have children, they want children. Right now, they're not in no abundance, and they not releasing shit because it's in the reverse, because they dealing with a soulmate, and they trying to have patience to retreat from this soulmate and have self-care. So Spirit is asking you to wait for these people, because they're bringing some stability, because the interference, Ashe, some of them was married, Ashe. Some of them was married, Ashe, and that's the interference, Ashe. But Spirit is asking you to wait because they want to bring stability, Ashe. Spirit is warning you that they want a second chance, Ashe. Yeah, here it is there. So, let's see. Let's get one more. Yeah, they got to release their ex. Here it is there. There it is there. And they got to let go of control issues and go with the flow. Call in your soulmate, Ashe. They got passion. This could be the one. Y'all in separation. All right, I'm leaving it there. Ashe, I'm sending out love and healing energy to you all in this present moment. Spirit said, get some numbers. We got 6, 7, right? They coming out these illusions, Ashe. We'll do that over. We'll do that over. We got number, I don't know if that's a 6 or a 9. Okay, that's a 9. We got the moon, and we got Capricorn. So they want to balance this. They're in their emotions, and number 9. I can't think right now. Anyways, loving healing energy to you all in this present moment. I say, they want to get stable, number 9. They want to be stable, financially stable with the number 9. I say, because they got a lot of passion for you. They don't want you flirting with nobody else. I just heard that. They don't want you flirting with nobody else. I say, sending out loving healing energy your way in this present moment, on this present day. I say, Ashe.